Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. First carry for Nick Chubb, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was no doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
Makes the score Steelers 7, Browns nothing. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
The Browns take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Minus 9 yards on the play, and now it's 3rd down.
Well,
that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think his big boys up front, that offensive line, they've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Looks like a second. Possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And out of bounds. This will depend on where they spot it, and they'll say at the 45. Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with James Conner. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Jacob Phillips.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Roethlisberger.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem... And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Alert flag, alert Nicholas, 66.
The first carry for DeAndre Washington. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
The Steelers were last in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage a season ago, down around 35%. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Conner. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Conner. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
They'll look to run with Conner. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
A loss of 4.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2. Got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim. And hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down at the 28.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Roethlisberger. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It leads to
they work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I know from talking with scouts, one of the biggest question marks people had about Chase Claypool coming out, what they call his long speed. Just how fast was he in the 40-yard dash? He showed that he's plenty fast enough, coupled with a 6'4" body and a physical, strong stature. He's got a chance to be a star in this league.
10 more there and another 1st down. The Steelers were last in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage a season ago, down around 35%. It's 1st and goal. Connor. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. What a first quarter. Boom, you're up 3 scores just like that, and the offense clicking.
And they're thinking to themselves, we can totally overwhelm this team. Now flip it over. They're going to get the ball back.
Yeah.
Can't panic here. Talk to yourselves one play at a time to try and get back in.
And that's cliche, but really that's the message. This is still very early on in the game. We're in the first quarter.
If you look at it as down 20, then you almost have no shot.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
At the 34-yard
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, we'll see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
And a nice carry and a 1st down for Cleveland. A nice pickup there by Nick Chubb, who's a bright spot for this Cleveland offense. He finished 2nd in the league in rushing in 2019 with nearly 1,500 yards on the ground and got into the end zone 8 times. And how about this for durability? Has not missed a game in his NFL career. What a bounce back from a big-time knee injury while at the University of Georgia.
The start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. on the counter. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
The ball carrier.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
To Odell
Beckham.
Touchdown.
His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2 yards on the pickup.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And incomplete, a disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
32-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
37-yard line.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Edmonds on the tackle.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
13 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Mayfield able to find Hunt out of the backfield. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 40.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Browns first down.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
give to Chubb. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Chubb. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
The tackle.
He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. 3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. They'll try to run with Hunt. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
This defense is really flowing around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Working out of the gun, Mayfield being chased out left. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. He's thankful right now for that sideline because it could have been a fumble loss, instead just a fumble, though they will have to punt it down.
You're right about that, but do you think there's ever been a player happier to see his own punter go on the field than him?
No.
I mean, not at all, right? How fortunate is he that they got a chance to punt it away, and it's not just a turnover at the spot.
Austin Seibert for the Browns field goal. A 20-yard attempt.
Seibert's kick is good. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Deontay Johnson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mayfield looks to throw. They'll go screen here to Hunt. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Nice grab there by Kareem Hunt. It's going to be fun to watch him expand his game here in 2020. Versatile in the passing game, can carry it on the ground as well. Remember, he only played about half the season in 2019, 37 catches and a touchdown during that time. He's going to find more snaps this year and really expand this offense.
That catch good for only a couple.
Second and 8 at the 47.
He's going up top for Taylor. This is caught inside the 15.
Fields pass.
It's a gain of 35. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns get a score closer. The CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way. I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
1st and 10.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Browns drive about to get started. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think
that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the all-pro safety, Minka Fitzpatrick. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Ebron with it over the middle. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That catch good for only a couple. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. 3 first-half touchdown passes now for Ben Roethlisberger. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They showed great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now it's Roethlisberger. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
On second down now. It's Connor, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a third down and 8. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Browns will take over first and 10.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, they trail by 3 scores. Look, they're not completely out of this, but it's sort of go time right now.
Yeah, and they knew that coming out after halftime, it was going to take a collective effort to get back into this ball game. The defense got the stop for them, so maybe that can get things started. Now the offense has to pick their game up as well, and if they can put a score on the board, hey, they can get back in it in a hurry.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Mayfield off the play fake. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. A give. This is Chubb. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
ball carrier.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield throwing quickly out to Beckham.
Mayfield's.
He has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line.
Tackle
just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. They run again on first down, Chubb. And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
Vince Williams.
It's big Vince Williams who made the tackle.
3-yard pickup.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. Now Mayfield. That is caught at the 7. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Hooper.
Mayfield to his new target, Hooper, for a Cleveland first. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Handoff comes to Chubb, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns.
Touchdown.
Nick Chubb hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
He is good. Makes the score Steelers 34, Browns 24.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. A run with counter on first down, going to get about 5. 2nd and 5 coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Roethlisberger will throw. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The intended receiver there, the rookie Chase Claypool. And now it's 2nd down.
By Denzel Ward.
Roethlisberger will hand the counter. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Ronnie Harrison on the tackle.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Ebron's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Good catch there by Eric Ebron, and the Steelers are hoping that they see the 2018 version of this young man. 66 catch, 750 yards, and 13 touchdowns. And that was good enough for second in the league with the Indianapolis Colts.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over first.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They begin this drive with Chubb. He'll have a first down and more past the 20. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
26 yards.
You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
Second and 11 now. To throw, Mayfield. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. T.J. Watt, the All-Pro, in there to take him down. Back now in Pittsburgh.
24.
It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the fourth. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a third and long now after the sack. From the gun, Mayfield. Going deep here for Taylor. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there on third down for the Browns. 58 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone. A run for Nick Chubb. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. On second down, it's Hunt. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yard.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score Steelers 34, Browns 31.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The return. The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Complete, it's Johnson. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Big Ben with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Steelers 41. Browns.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up
this possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
11 on the play.
But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Mayfield on 1st down. Got a man. That's Rashard Higgins. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
10 yards.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
45-yard line.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
And it's 3rd down.
Again, it's Chubb. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 2 yards and able to get the 1st down in the process.
On the play. And the Browns 1st down.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go play action. Mayfield looks for Beckham again. This time he finds him. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big pickup of 38. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Cleveland.
Kareem Hunt with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Browns are back within a score. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score Steelers 41, Browns 38.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
I'm coming. 50. Mike, 44. And come on out here. Come get some.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And way down into the red zone before he's dropped inside of Cleveland's 15. So the Steelers with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left.
It's 2nd and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Undercut. Hey, alert.
Here's Roethlisberger. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And they're able to up the lead by 1 more.
That's the score. Steelers 48. Browns 38. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. T.J. Watt in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
There's a familiar sight. T.J. Watt with a sack. And remember last year, he was in the running for Defensive Player of the Year, and he earned it because he's been in the top 10 in the league in sacks for 2 straight seasons. Really, really difficult to block coming off the edge.
The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
First down, Cleveland.
And finding the tight end Hooper. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. Here's Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 12.
Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. The 40. 20.
Joe Hayden. Mayfield's pass intercepted. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Roethlisberger dropping to a knee, and that ought to do it.
The keeper. A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 13-yard line. Today's final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Pittsburgh, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports,